Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, its valuations against the US dollar, talking about the weekly close, what is up next, and I think, ultimately, this is all good things to be talking about. Remember, if you do like this video, the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So, with Bitcoin here, we finally have a weekly close above the 20-week moving average. And this is the simple moving average. You can also look at the 21 EMA, which we have already broken last week, I believe. And uh, this is all ultimately a good thing. We were waiting for this moment. We were talking about this moment for quite some time. And after the past week, Bitcoin made a 7% move above the 20-week moving average. And here we are. We're currently trading at $47,103. And things are looking pretty good. Um, what does this mean for Bitcoin? Well, if we're able to hold the 20-week moving average, okay, one of two things could happen. We could continue on something like uh, something like here in 2020, where we break up and then start moving sideways. And in this period here, altcoins did fairly well. It was only until Bitcoin started to really move up months later when altcoins started to bleed against Bitcoin. And so that is an example of what could happen, right? Um, and I'm sure a lot of people are hoping for that. I'm assuming all of you guys have altcoin positions, right? We talk about Chainlink a lot, Uniswap a lot, Ethereum Basic Attention Token, Cardano, Litecoin, XRP, VeChain, etc. And so for all of you guys that have majority altcoins, this is something you might be hoping for. Another scenario is that Bitcoin goes straight up from where we are right now. Something in the realm of 2019, this move here. This move here, you didn't see many altcoins move. You saw Basic Attention Token move, actually. It made its all-time high at this point. Um, but on the whole, altcoins didn't do too well. And this is also something that we would want to avoid, especially if you have major altcoin positions. Um, Myself, of course, I'm waiting for that altcoin move, but I'll keep an open mind should Bitcoin continue to rise up. If Bitcoin continues to rise up, okay, so let's, as an example, we take the bar pattern of 2019. Okay, so I'm going to move this here. That means we shoot up to pretty high levels. This, if we're going to mimic the exact bar pattern, which is obviously not the case, that would bring us to about $155,000. At that point, that would be, um, in my opinion, a form of a market cycle top at $155. This is an increase of like 300%, I'm pretty sure. 240% uh, before year's end. And if that's the case, Bitcoin moves too high too quickly. The weekly RSI would probably be at 90. The monthly RSI would probably be at 90. And a lot of indicators would start pointing to that this is a market cycle top. And so, if this is the case, then I will sell most of my Bitcoin. And then at which point near the top here is when we start to see um, I would argue the altcoin, the last hurrah for altcoins, and that is in relation to what we saw back in 2017 or 2018, and near this point. At this point, before the 20-week moving average, this area altcoins did very well. A lot of altcoins did very well, and at which point I would start selling my altcoins at that point as well. Um, Obviously, this has not yet happened, so it's not like this is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm just trying to paint a picture of what could happen on either occasion. If it's more of a sideways move action above the 20-week moving average, and then later down the line, Bitcoin starts moving up, then that's totally a different ballgame. You have more time to sell, you have more time to wait, and to build your altcoin positions should you want to. But this is essentially what it is. Um, I think like when Bitcoin starts moving up like this, I will start transferring up. If it's like 2019, essentially I'll be transferring my Bitcoin positions into altcoin positions, preparing for the last hurrah for altcoins, and then start aggressively selling my altcoin positions. Um, if it's the former, so the more sideways move action, well, it'll just be as planned. I will take a look at, obviously each altcoin is different. Take a look at their levels where I bought, and then start selling according to that. And we'll get into more detail on those types of strategies later down the line, because I think it's obviously too soon to start, talking about market cycle tops. I think, we've just had one weekly close above the 20-week moving average. There's a long road ahead of us. But essentially, um, this is kind of the picture that I wanted to paint of either scenario. There is also the scenario that Bitcoin breaks down from here, goes straight back down, in which case um, everything gets pushed back. Everything gets pushed back, and we would have to wait a little longer. We've seen that happen before, right? We've seen that happen here, where we saw it break above the 20-week moving average and come back straight down. Another example of this would have been, would have been here. We closed above the 20-week moving average, came back down. Another example of that right here, break up at the 20-week moving average, break back down, and then ultimately coming back. So you could see, again, if we did come back down to the 20-week moving average, that doesn't necessarily mean that the party is over. It could just mean that it's being pushed back down. And that's the risky part. And this is where what your convictions and your beliefs are for the rest of the cycle are. I believe that there's still room to grow. Some people argue differently. And this is why I still hold a big position, a larger position of my altcoins. And I haven't sold much of it back into fiat or stablecoins yet. I still hold a good chunk of my positions in all digital assets. But that's pretty much it for today, you guys. This is what we're looking at. This is, celebration to be had, and seeing what Bitcoin will do next. Are we gonna, is volatility gonna drop? Are we just gonna move sideways? If that's the case, look to altcoins to make further continuations of the move or start to make their move. We see, Cardano already making that move last week at 41% move. Chainlink could be starting its move. It's just breaking moving averages right now. Uniswap, same thing. XRP, this could be the move. If Bitcoin starts moving sideways, this could be the move that brings XRP back into the fold. We'll see. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.